Oh, I forgot to make my adjustments. Mic check, mic check. Hey, it's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again on this live stream, y'all. Thursday night, 9:30 just hit. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing this evening? If anybody's in here yet. It's right here. That's my level. I think I'm good. Slab Bulkhead, man. Appreciate the message, man. I appreciate all the well wishes and everything. I love. Mr. Truckee, what's going on, brother? You out on the road, man, or you at home? Raymond Solis, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. John House, what's going on, brother? Thanks again, Mr. Truckee. You on the road, Mr. Truckee? Joe Lucas, what's going on, brother? You out there grinding, bro? I feel you, man. You got to make that paper, man, any way that you can. That's the important thing, man. But as long as you're safe, man, I don't know if I told you, but my cousin that passed away a couple of years ago, he had issues with high blood pressure. What if he used to drive trucks cross country too? And every time I see truck drivers, man, much respect to y'all, man. Much respect. Joe Lucas, yeah, it's my first, man. It is my first. It's still kind of surreal right now. Like I still can't. It's almost like a dream, really. Hey Maria, how you doing? What's going on? Thanks everybody. I appreciate it. I know you guys been keeping track of the Cowboys this off season because again, we are all Cowboy nuts. We're Cowboy Nation, Cowboy fans is what we do. Just anticipating this season coming up, it almost feels like a whole new air. Kid Mega 14, what's going on, man? Trying to dodge a tornado. I know, man. It's been tornadoes all over the United States, man. Anybody that's out there in Tornado Alley or any places where tornadoes are, man, be safe, man. If they tell you to move, relocate, do what you got to do, man. You got to get out of there because you can't sit around and this weather and stuff the way it is right now, especially this time of year with the transition from spring to summer and the cold front hitting the warm fronts, man. It's a lot of this weather's doing crazy stuff, y'all. It really is. Chris Cantu, what's up, brother? Always welcome. Joe Lucas, yeah. They definitely will. I've been around a lot of kids before because, like I said, I've, had exes with kids and stuff like that. And I'm very good with kids. Kids love me, man. I love kids. Well, good kids. Because, everybody kids ain't good. Them bad kids, those are the ones you got to kind of look, go do something with that little rascal. But, it definitely it's crazy how something could come into your life for a very short period of time and very quick. And you just fall in love with it. It's really crazy. So that life-changing thing, I hear you on that. Tamira, what it do? You watching me and the finals? I appreciate it. Because the finals is heating up right now. Your boy Kawhi Leonard out here balling, son. He talking about some Kobe who? Yeah, John House. This is what I hear, man. This is what I hear. I mean, it's definitely a big responsibility. It's hard work, but, and shout out to all the fathers out there that's been doing it for a long time that's in their kids' life. Because I feel like a lot of dads don't get a lot of credit, especially because Father's Day coming up. It's big because it's like if you have kids, those of you guys that out there have kids, continue being the father that you are, being your kid's life, regardless of your relationships with, the child's mom. Which receivers do I think will make the team? Look, I've been the last live stream I spoke a little bit about. Well, I'll tell you what my top three are. My top three right now: Amari Cooper is number one, Michael Gallup number two, and Randall Cobb is your third guy because he's your slot guy. Now, if you guys seen my video I did earlier today, earlier this afternoon, I basically talked about Randall Cobb and his impact on this team and how he's basically coming into this team and making it his own and literally hit the ground running. He's having no issues with his lingering effects of his hamstring injuries that he had when he was in Green Bay, and they said he's out there just running circles around these young guys. 9-year vet, knows what to do, knows how to play, and most importantly, he's listening to what the coaches have to say. He's not that veteran that's out there just being a jerk and not listening to what the coaches say. And I love that. Jason Garrett talks about all the time about the right kind of players, and he's definitely that type of guy. Now, those are my top three. Now, if it starts getting a little hairy when you get into there, because you look at the different guys that's in here that we have, and I'm gonna get into those as well. Yeah, Cobb is definitely going to help us. Hey, Coco, what's going on? Thanks for coming to the stream. Chris Cantu, like you had mentioned, new home for Cobb can be a plug. Yeah, because people don't realize that. Like real quick, I'm just going to say that different schemes, different programs that you're in really depends on how you play. Like perfect example, Robert Quinn. When Robert Quinn first came in this league, he started his career. He was with the Rams, doing well with the Rams when they were a 4-3 defense. When they switched and he became that outside linebacker with a stand-up outside linebacker, he didn't play as well because that's not his natural position. He's a put your hand in the dirt, go rush the quarterback. That's what he does. That's all he needs to be doing. He don't need to be playing the pass coverage. He don't need to be playing and none of that. He rush the quarterback. Run coverage, yes, but outside of that, he doesn't need to be dropping back and trying to check tight ends and things of that nature. No, he's not that guy. He's a passer. He's a pure pass rusher, and I love how when it came to the point where when he went to the Dolphins, they played him out of position. And again, a lot of players, a lot of people look at these players and like, oh, this player sucks because they're on a certain team. But what you don't realize is that sometimes players are played out of scheme. Not saying that Cobb did well with Green Bay. He torched us every time we played. And I think that sparked a lot of with this team. And with losing Cole Beasley, it makes that transition of losing Cole even better because I've heard people say that, oh, he's just a south of heaven. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat. Basically saying that he's a cover up for Cole Beasley. No, he's a little bit more than that, in my opinion. He's definitely a guy that you can play inside. You can play him. He can play X, Y, the slot. He can play all the positions. He's a smart guy. Again, Dak gonna be throwing that ball deep, and I think that his touchdown percentage is definitely going to go up this season because he's got more weapons naturally. And you look at the situation with what we have with Kellen Moore calling the plays now, and kind of like an open room policy, open door policy, where people's opinions are going to matter. And I think that it's going to bode well for this offense. As I was saying about the wide receiver. Oh, Thomas Garrett, what's going on, brother? Brandon Williams, I see you in here, brother. Yeah, Cobb can definitely play any position. He would definitely be fine. No, Dez has not signed yet. Dez is still going through rehab and things of that nature. I don't think anybody's going to sign him till probably after training camp. When teams start getting injuries and stuff and they start getting desperate for wide receiver help, that's more than likely the time when Dez will probably get picked up by somebody. That's just how I feel about that. Sheila Neal, what's going on? What's the position that I'm worried about? Position that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the quarterback position, but I'm worried about if Dak somehow gets hurt. And I don't. That's why I didn't want to mention it because I don't need none of that happening. But just in case he gets hurt, injured for a game or half a game, whatever the situation may be, if that happens, they need to find somebody that's a liable backup to be able to come in and keep the ball rolling. Oh, Miss Jackie, welcome into the chat, Miss Jackie. Thank you, Miss Jackie. I appreciate it. Everybody's saying they're loving the new hairdo. Like I said, when I first cut my locks, man, I was so scared. I thought I was gonna look stupid, but I mean, I'm liking the new do. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. If I want to make it curly, do like a nappy look or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But my barber is the truth. He's the real MVP. What was I saying? Outside of quarterback, Tamira, I would say I don't really have. Now that I think about it, I really don't have a position on this team right now that I'm really worried about. I know. Well, ask me this a little bit closer to training camp because I know some people were worried about the safety position, but let's see what these young guys can do. I'm not trying to count out these DBs because I want to see what they can do. Um, Miss Jackie said Dak looks happy. Yeah. Yeah. You would have the weight lifted off your shoulders when you have a boss that left that was basically holding you back. Like, no, they finally got rid of this guy. Now I can come in here and run this team and be the quarterback and get paid for being the quarterback that I know I can be. The breaks they took they released the e-brake. They took the straps off. He ain't got the training wheels on. This is Dak's year. Fourth year, y'all. Power of four. This is it right here. Now, what I was saying about the wide receivers, you look at them as a whole, and you look at what we have right now. It is a lot of guys jockeying for position. Now, we already know who the top three are. Let's see how everybody come in. You got Tavon Austin in there. Is he going to continue to play on this team, or some of these young guys going to battle out for him? You got John Vay. You got Jalen Guyton. You got those two young undrafted free agents, wide receivers. They're fast as hell, and they're out there running around and doing their thing. You got Devin Smith, you got Noah Brown, you got Cedric Wilson that had the torn labrum last year that's coming back off of that injury, and and seeing what he can do. There's again, it's up for grabs right now. Outside of your top three wide receivers, this whole thing is up for grabs, y'all. You said we need a kicker. Uh, y'all ain't got no faith in Maher, huh? Not Maher. Y'all ain't got faith in Maher. Y'all don't like Maher. Y'all don't like Maher. I don't know. I'm gonna give him another chance. I'm gonna see what he does in training camp, and if he start botching kicks, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was an aberration. I don't know. Yeah, Kayvon had the scope. Chitabay had the hip flexor, but they'll be fine though. They'll be back. They're just minor procedures and things of that nature. They'll be ready for training camp. What I'm loving is the fact that these guys, these veterans, are coming back from their injuries and things and healing up. It gives these young guys full range, full opportunity to come in there and literally do their thing, and just give them a chance to show what they got. I mean, I'm loving it. We're seeing so much about Tristan Hill and how the coaching staff is like all in on him, and the fact that they're saying that he's maturing and doing the damn thing, and they're loving it. They're loving it. You said you think Austin would get cut. I don't know because I've been seeing him working with Dak and on the cords and running routes with Dak and Dak throwing deep bombs to him. I don't know. All these guys are ready to go. If he don't get injured, I don't see him getting cut because I think that he wants to be on this team and he gonna work his butt off to make sure he makes the squad. Um, yeah, kick returner as well, Mr. Truckee, but also too remember Pollard might do some of that stuff too because he's a special teams guy from Memphis. You 50-50 on Maher Sheila? Yeah, I am kind of too. I thought they were gonna bring a kicker in for depth just to provide competition for him. I don't know. We'll see. Thomas, you said this team reminds you of the '92 Super Bowl championship Cowboy. It kind of do. It like I don't want to say it, but like I get what you're saying. Like it just it has a different air to it. It just feels a little different. You didn't get a notification, Stephanie? Check your bell. You're loving the fact that Demarcus Lawrence at practice cheering on her. Yes, yeah. See, this is the thing. Everybody thinks that Demarcus Lawrence is selfish, but you got to understand these guys play for money, and whatever the situation is. But he does love this team. He knows he's the leader of this defense, and he knows that you know it's his job to encourage the younger guys to be better every day. He was the one that when Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch, he was the one that basically told them that, like, look, we're gonna play a tough team. Don't show them any weaknesses. Don't show them that, even if you're afraid, don't show them that you are. Just go out there, punch them in the mouth, and do what you got to do. And I'm loving that. You said, isn't he accident prone? Who are you talking about? You talking about Chittibay or Austin? Because Chittibay wasn't really injured like that. I mean, he just had a hip flexor. I mean, it's nothing really serious. He said E2 Daddy Blue. That's funny. I'd have been called so many different things lately. It's crazy. Good backup at all positions is key. Definitely. That next man up mentality, that backup player is important because you need these guys to come out here. If somebody drops or somebody's tired, you don't want a tremendous drop off. You don't need that. You said Frazier might get cut? I doubt it. He's a special teams guy. Remember, you got to have your special teams player. If anything, Thompson is going to get cut. Darian Thompson's not making it 53. Darian Thompson's not making it over Frazier. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Which game am I looking forward to? Man, the whole season. I want to see what this. I'm actually looking to see how they play against the Rams this year and the Patriots because the Patriots is a true test of who you are. If we can go to New England and win a game up there, because I think we're playing them when it's cold, this team is legit. Heath ain't getting cut. Heath is a key member of this team. Y'all keep forgetting. Why y'all so low on Heath, man? There's been many times where Heath has been the leader in interceptions on this team outside of Sean Lee. Like, y'all gotta get that man some respect, man. Yes, I agree that he shouldn't be a full-time starter, but this dude makes plays. Go back and look at the film, y'all. I'm telling you, D-Law just had a camp in South Carolina, and it was totally free, and he gave shoes away to campus. Hey, he got the money now. He can do that. He should be doing that. And I guarantee, if that was me making that much money, I would be all over these foundations and things of that nature. Like as far as like we do that in my fraternity, we give back to the foundations and the nonprofits all the time, man. Like it's it's huge, man. It's always good to give back and to help people that are trying to make it in life. What's good, South of Heaven? Got my moderators in here tonight. I'm loving y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in here, helping out the stream tonight, guys. You guys are just as important. You said Jamil Showers should get cut. I'm gonna tell you about Jamil Showers, man. I really feel sorry for him. It's like Jason Garrett told him, was like, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna make it as a quarterback. So what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to go ahead and slide on over here and be a safety. I know you've never been a safety before, but let's make you a safety. Like, come on, bro, stop doing that. Why do we do this? Why do we do this to players? Oh, well, you're not gonna make it here. Let's try you here, dude. That doesn't even make sense." I think that if they didn't even give him a chance, just imagine if they didn't give Dak a chance. Do you remember at one point in time the team looked at Jamil Showers over Dak Prescott? That's crazy, isn't it? So for you to go from being a quarterback that almost was looked over Dak Prescott to becoming a random safe, that to me, that is asinine right there. You said Jamil Showers still on the team? Yeah, he is. He's just been injured. He had I think he had an ACL tear or something like that. But I think that they need to put him back at quarterback. They need to put him back at quarterback, work him in quarterback, and figure out what to do with that. Do you think Gerald McCoy comes to? Nah, Gerald McCoy, he's either going to the no, he's going to an AFC team. L4G Custom Fabrication, thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I definitely do appreciate the love, guys. You guys are amazing. Montana 808, what's going on, big dog? Yeah, they should put him back at quarterback. Yeah, they definitely need to put him back at quarterback. If he go to the Chiefs, man, the Chiefs, we already know the Chiefs going to be a tough team to beat, man. That on the AFC time on the AFC side, Super Bowl goes through them. You think he might go to the 49ers? We'll see. Um, he's the Browns are trying to get him heavy right now. The Browns trying to make what they call a super team. Oh, you must ain't been on the channel in a while, Montana. Yeah, I cut my dreads 2 weeks ago, man. I've this is my third video yet now with my haircut. Yeah, they didn't give Showers a fair shot at quarterback. They really didn't. They were definitely focused on Romo's injury and Matt Castle and all that other situation, and I think that was back when Kellen Moore was actually a player. So they weren't looking at him like that. You said Browns don't have enough cap to get. I thought they had money. Everybody forget about Solomon Thomas, man. The Cowboys, I don't think they're not looking at nothing right now. They trying to work with what they got, and if we do ensue some injuries, then they'll probably figure things out from there. But right now, they're not checking for nobody right now. They good. Cowboys Cowboy. This staff is looking at the team right now, and they on the field watching these players run around in they helmets and they sweats, and they just like they going through every position, and they're like, "We good, bro. We good right now. Long as we don't get no crazy injuries, we good." Now, I would like to see them get maybe like a veteran backup in here just to provide something else, just to make us feel a little more, you know. But let's see what Cooper Rush is going to do. I heard that Mike White was acting like Jason Garrett was yelling at Mike White because he was acting like he didn't know what to do out there. He looked like he didn't have no confidence out there. And it's like, dude, you've been on this team now for what, 2 seasons now? You should know this playbook, man. Gemini 24/7, what's going on? Meticulous Cowboy 86. Hey, am I sold on Tristan Hill? Look, I can't do nothing but trust what this coaching staff is saying. When you got a guy like Chris Richard that's a DB guy, giving praise to a defensive tackle, I can't do nothing but just respect it. I'm not there, so I'm not seeing what's going on per se. But looking at the videos and looking at how he's interacting with the team so far, and what the coaching staff is saying about him right now is important. They're high on him. They're loving him right now. They are loving what he's doing right now, and I can't do nothing but respect that. He's been looking good. They're saying that he's maturing very well. He's getting acclimated with the Cowboys system. He's all in on what they're doing. And you said he's a Warren Sapp all over. Yeah, I agree with that. And that is up Rod Marinelli's alley right there. For him to be compared to Warren Sapp is, I'm telling you, is huge for Rod Marinelli's system and what they're trying to implement right now. It's huge, y'all. It's a big thing, and I'm loving it. I can't do nothing but praise that right now. You said you shocked about Mike White. I actually thought he was a little more confident. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Mike White out there acting like he don't know what's going on. But you out there acting like you don't know what's going on, you ain't gonna make this team. They're gonna cut him quick if he keeps doing that. Frederick States helped his O-line could be the missing piece Super Bowl run. I agree. I'm gonna get into Travis Frederick too because I got some things to say about him as well. Brian Broaders, Dallas Cowboys said Mike White was going to be good last year, but he and Cooper Rush. I don't know what their issue was last year, Miss Jackie. Both of them kind of just they didn't fare too well. I don't know what happened, but it seems like now they're Cooper Rush they said that he's playing pretty well, but Mike White, I don't know what's going on. But we'll see what happens in training camp. That's when they really start to judge these guys. And you look at the good evening, William Taylor. You look at the guys that we have right now that we drafted, our drafted guys. we're gonna look back at this draft and we'll be like, we had a pretty decent draft. Like these guys are what they call like over. Some of these guys are overlooked, and some of these guys are actually going to be starters and do some things on this team. Maybe not this year, but definitely in the next coming years. This is why we need to be on our knees and be thankful for Dak. Yes, because think about it. And I think Mark Holmes spoke on this the other day. If Dak Prescott wasn't the quarterback of this team, who would be here? Look how disappointing we would have been if we would have got Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch, his biggest issue was I don't think it was his ability. I think it was his work ethic. Paxton Lynch, and this is what John Elway said himself. They cut him because they did not like his work ethic. What I think about Eric Berry? Not at all. I don't want him. He's too injury prone. He came in with the Cowboys. He did a physical. They looked him all up and down with a microscope, fine tooth comb, and he has bone spurs. And if you know anything about bone spurs and you're a football player, that's not a good thing. So no, I don't want him. It's funny because everybody says that Rico won't make the team, but I think that Jason Witten said that he wants him playing here and he wants to put him under his wing and teach him some things. Well, we'll see. Jalen Smith next Ray Lewis. Yeah, Thomas, bone spurs ain't no joke, bro. I don't think people understand the magnitude of that injury. I don't think they get it. Rico will make the team before Witt left. He was mentoring Rico. I think yeah, and it's Tamir. I agree with that. Full on, I agree with that, and I think that, and they're gonna listen to Witten. If Witten already said himself, I'm gonna make it hard for this team. He's going to compete as well, but he still wants to be treated like one of the guys. He doesn't want to be like treated like, oh, there's gold jacket win. Oh my God, we have to bow down to him. No, he's one of the players. He's out here to help this team win and to mentor the young guys. He praised the guys that we had, Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin, and I think Blake Jarwin, his confidence level is a little up there now because after that game. When he scored those 3 touchdowns, I mean, this is the thing. You play your players. If they're on your roster, that means you trusted them to play. So allow your players to play. Stop not putting guys out there because you didn't see what they did. Well, if you don't give them the opportunity, what are you doing? Yeah, Mr. Truckee, I believe that. Oh, and what I was saying about Travis Frederick. Travis Frederick literally, he said himself, it's like starting over. He hasn't played, and if you and I know some of you guys, I've heard somebody, I forgot who it was. They said that their wife had the same syndrome that Travis Frederick had, the Guillain-Barré syndrome. Now, that syndrome ain't no joke. Attacks your nervous system, and again, it's different for different people depending on, I guess, the way your nervous system is set up. I guess it attacks different people different, but when you're a football player and your whole sole job is to block another 300-pound man, that is an important thing to have. And like I said, they're going to have to monitor Travis Frederick for the rest of his football career because stuff like that doesn't go away. It goes in remission, but it could come at any time. So, him starting back over, he says he feels good, but he also says that, it's like starting over. He's rusty right now. And, I don't want you guys to go in here with high hopes with Travis Frederick. Because of the simple fact that you have to understand that situation is is big. Yes, when you hear the news articles about him being 90 to 100%, it's true, but it's not true. You have to look at it in perspective. Let's use some common sense. Stuff like that is going to take time. And if he comes out here and he plays well this year and it goes into remission and he has a good year, all day, I'm all for it. But again, we have to make sure that we provide a lot of depth on this team, especially at center, because you never know when that situation will come back and haunt him. It's great that Joe Looney had a season last year where he was the full-time starter because of that reason, he now has that experience. So Joe Looney being here and them signing him back, perfect. Um, you're looking at some of these other offensive linemen. These guys are ready to play. When I tell you that these guys are not playing right now, they are playing. Um, Connor McGovern, draft pick, he is ready to play. He is ready to ball. Like he is not our third round pick. He is not. He ain't playing. He's out here ready to win it. Connor Williams, our draft pick from last year, gained some weight and he's out there playing hard. Um, I know that Mitch Hyatt might end up being a practice squad guy. So is Larry Allen Jr. But these guys are out here playing. These guys are trying to make this team, and they are doing it. And I'm loving the depth that we have right now on the offensive line. It's huge. And somebody mentioned it before. Like if we have a full slate on this offensive line, we definitely could be Super Bowl bound. It definitely can happen. Yeah, yeah, I know who you talk about. I forget his name though, but I think that's his name, Mark, whatever. Um, it could be the same with Travis, but again, it affects different people different ways. So it's almost like having MS. One person that has MS, it can affect that person very differently than somebody else. That's all you can do, Stephanie, is pray. That's all you can do. You gotta pray, and you gotta pray hard. Tamir, you said Mike Weber is your pet cat. My pet cat is Christian Covington, the defensive tackle that we got from the Texans. That's the guy I'm looking at. Ain't nobody talking about him right now, and I'm loving it. Y'all gonna see. He is basically gonna be um, he's gonna come on the scene in training camp and shock heads, kind of like Antoine Woods did last year. Zeke 6 rushing touchdown. He needs to be our red zone guy, not number 4 or tight end. Um, yeah, they got to utilize Zeke, and they also you're probably going to see Jason Witten in the red zone too because he's a knack for getting open. I'm telling you. No, I don't think that Witten's going to handicap the other tight ends. I think what it is, he's going to play. He's going to get his play time, but I think that him being here is going to elevate the game of these younger guys, and I think that it's going to bring their confidence through the roof. Um, Sheila said, "Am I going to training camp? I'm trying my damnedest. I'll tell you that right now. I can't tell you whether yay or nay yet. I'm still working on it." Cobb is 18. I have his jersey available. I need a Cobb jersey. I will rock a Cobb jersey. You said go Covington, yes. Buddy Johnson, appreciate it, bro. I have to drive home now, so I'll just be listening to the stream. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, Covington definitely gonna be a monster. He really is. Do I like Chris Westry? We'll see. He's a tall guy, but just because you're tall don't mean Let's see what he does. I want to see what he does in training camp. I want to see what he does with these drafted players, and I want to see what he does with these seasoned veterans. Appreciate it, Virginia Finest. Good night, brother. Stay blessed. Oh, okay, South of Heaven. I got you, bro. Um, whatever. Oh yeah. I don't want us to cut Jordan Lewis anyway, but I feel like he's that guy that people are looking at like because he's a shorter guy. But again, he did had a game and with an interception. He has a chip on his shoulder right now. I want to see what he does this offseason and going into this year. But I like Jordan Lewis. That's my man. I like him. Yeah, Michael Jackson's gonna be a good player too. A nice little ball hawking brother, man. I'm telling you. DNB Entertainment, what's going on, man? Ori, what's going on? So You got the offensive line. You got these guys jockeying for position. Dak Prescott is so excited. Um, you see that when he's in his interview, he is talking. He is out there, and he is ready to go, man. And I'm just like, oh yeah, hit up South of Heaven, y'all, if y'all want y'all jerseys made. He just put his information in the chat. Yes, sir. Give me one, two, bro. Give me one, two. Um, yeah, Dak is the man. I don't know why he gets so much hate. I really don't get it. First of all, when your quarterback is talking the same thing as your receivers talking about, and your wide receivers coach is that when they're all saying the same thing, you know that they're on the same page. This is the thing: when your offense flows, everybody has to be on the same page. And I hate to bring the Eagles up, and I hate to give the Eagles credit. Oh, it's gonna make me cringe saying this, but the way that the Eagles won the Super Bowl was because their offense and their defense was in tune that day. They were in tune, y'all. Like you look at what they did. Like they did some flea flickers. I think they did a bunch of end arounds. Uh, the tight end threw a touchdown pass to the quarterback. All three of the wide receivers, I mean, all three of the running backs had touchdowns. Now you look at what they played. Everybody played their role. It was a complete win by that team, and that's how they were able to beat the Patriots. And again, if you're going to beat a team this Tom Brady esque, you everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to work together, and they have to do what they need to do. Period. Because if you're not doing it, you're gonna lose. You hearing good things about John Vay Johnson? Yeah, they love him. They love his speed. They really do. Dax, I think, like again, Dax numbers are going to go up. He's going to again that RPO is going to be huge. You're going to see him run the ball even more. You're going to see him hand the ball off more. You're going to see him throw the ball deeper more. Um, that whole dink and dunk thing to me is not a negative connotation because again, everybody dink and dunks. Dink and dunk yards help open up for chunk plays. Think about it. You're 3rd and 6. You throw the ball for 8 yards. You got the first down. That short yardage, man, that stuff works out. When you look at that on paper and when you see the yardage thrown, you're not seeing whether it was first, second, or third down. You don't know where it was in the game. So you're quick to judge on what it is. So, like I said, stats are important, but you also have to look at the bigger picture, too. When you delve into when it took place in the play, then you kind of understand more of, okay, this is why he did this, and it opened up for this. Down at Womack, what's going on, man? I've been all right, bro. I've been good. I'm blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored. You said every year they give us an undrafted free agent to cheer for. You got to, man. And again, at least one free agent makes the team. You look back when Cole Beasley was a free agent. You look back when Tony Romo was a free agent. You look back at what's his, Lucky Whitehead. I think that if he wasn't so immature, he probably would have been something too. Tamiri said we got a bucket hat in Jersey. Yeah, I'm working on that. Thank you, William. I don't, I got to get more Nelia myself. I don't have a lot of Cowboys Nelia, and it's not because I don't get it. It's just that um, I kind of like to get not rare stuff, but I kind of like to get some things that everybody don't have sometimes. But it's kind of hard. Yeah, yards after catch is definitely what matters, Eric. You're right about that. Oh, Joe Jackson will definitely make this team. If he plays like he did in Miami, he gonna make this team. Tony Pollard, Mike Weber, these guys are running their butt off out there. They doing it. Linehan was a dictator, and his scheme was stale. Sure was, and that's why he's gone. y'all want custom jerseys, man. Shout out to South of Heaven. South of Heaven, you already know I want some E2 Blue stuff. You already know. You already know, bro. You already know. You already know what it is. So hook your boy up, South of Heaven. I'm just saying, hook your boy up. But yeah, so what about the corner from Kentucky, the 6'4"? You talking about Western? I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does with these other guys. Yeah, so South of Heaven he did Mark Holmes' jersey, all the jerseys that Mark Holmes has with the Cowboy Joe Boo. He's done all his jerseys. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, man. You said Scott Linehan destroyed Rico Gathers. I don't. Nah, this whole team destroyed him. Oh Lord, Victor. Congrats to you too, brother. I need a. You said a Amari Cooper throwback jersey? What from the Raiders? Oh, you talking about from Alabama? Who y'all think getting cut? That's a question that can't be answered right now. Because I'm telling you, with all the talent that we have on this team right now, it's gonna be hard to cut that thing down to 53. It really is, man. When you go back and look at what we have on this field right now, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much, y'all. Um, them boys 85. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. That 53 gonna be brutal, bro. It's gonna be brutal. Like when I tell you, oh yeah, and Joe Lucas said Olawale, they already said that they're gonna utilize Jameis. If you look at it in OTA practices, they've already designed certain plays for him already. It's gonna be a play that you might see to them. It's gonna be a play that we already do, but the formation that they run it in is gonna be totally different. So the defense is gonna be confused. They're gonna be like, "Who about to get the ball, bruh? Jameis, that's who gonna get the ball, and they don't know. They don't even know. The fullback gonna get you, bro. Dana Jet, what's going on? Alan Hearns, you think you said Hearns and Cooper getting cut. What? I don't know about that. If Alan Hearns could come in here from his injury and show this team that he can play like Randall Cobb and play all three positions, because he's capable of doing that. If he comes and shows out and does his thing, he's definitely gonna have a spot on this team. He could potentially be the fourth wide receiver. He can play. He can definitely play when healthy. Oh yeah, Thomas, you know it's gonna be some pissed off Cowboy fans when we do the cut. But again, that's just the way to land, man. 53, man. You can't. I mean, what you gonna do? What can you say? Yeah, so many players last year, Linehan never utilized the first. Yeah, and one of those guys that he didn't utilize was Rod Smith. How the hell Rod Smith played so well with Dak Prescott when he came into the league, and all of a sudden in 2016, and all of a sudden you get to last year and it's like you barely using him, and it's like you can't just bring a running back in and just put him in one play and he had a negative run. You got to give him a chance to get his feet set. You got to give him a chance to get into a groove, man. Like he was doing it all wrong. I don't know why they didn't just fire Linehan in the middle of the season, because he was definitely sabotaging this team, and I don't think they even was realizing that. Damn, Tamir. First, I've seen the hair kind of look like Jaleel White. You sounded like Jaleel White. Oh my god. Oh my god. Steve Urkel though. So I'll tell you something about Steve Urkel. So when I was a kid, my dreams and aspirations was to be an actor slash comedian. Still are, because I can still do both very well. Um, I used to do like for the family when family come over for family of functions and family reunions and stuff like that. I used to make everybody in the family laugh. Like I used to do Steve Urkel impressions when I was a kid. So it's funny that you said Jaleel White, but it's funny because a lot of people tell me I look like Mike Tomlin. I get Mike Tom. First of all, even when I have my locks, people say I look like Mike Tomlin. I just like Mike Tomlin with locks. But I think it's the eyes though. You said the defense are gonna be Jameis. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Tyree says, who I think a better season out of Cooper Gallup. Um, all three of those guys that you mentioned are going to be the top three wide receivers, so all of them are going to have good seasons. That's my answer to that question. Exactly. You got Rico. He's what 6'7", 33 and 3/4 arm span. Come on, man. That's David Irving type arm left. And you're not utilizing this guy in the red zone. They smoking dope, bro. Did I do that? Stupid. She said, not Urkel, though. Oh, not Urkel, but Stefan, like the real one, Jaleel White. Yeah, maybe. His head is a little elongated. My head isn't as big as his. Hey, Kathy Green, what's going on? Still believe that Goodell has something to do with Linehan making crazy play calls. You know, it's funny you say that, Thomas. I don't know. I can't verify that, but I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of wasted years with Scott Linehan. I don't understand why they just. And then Jason Garrett just sitting there like, it's really good to get some fresh ideas in here and having the young guy. Well, why the hell didn't you be the guy to get rid of him before? You knew that, like, and I felt sorry for Kellen Moore that whole time because everybody was looking at Kellen Moore like, oh, Kellen Moore, it's all Kellen Moore's fault. It ain't Kellen Moore's fault. Kellen Moore had no say-so in what was going on. Basically, what Scott Linehan was doing, he sat his butt up in the booth, relayed the play calls to Kellen Moore, which was on the sideline, to give to Dak Prescott. And then Kellen Moore looking at the play like, we shouldn't do that right there. He's like, tell him what I said. All right. So he out there telling Dak, and Dak like, man, what? And then Amari Cooper like, man, if you don't stop calling the same daggone plays every other play. Defense looking at us like they already got to jump on the ball because y'all. I know y'all remember that Denver game when Dak got punished. Why? Well, one, because Leary knew all the line calls. They didn't change the line calls when Leary left. Leary went and told the Denver Broncos. All the Denver Broncos did was just look at film. They just looked at film. Guess what, guys? You look at film and you see a team that does the same thing over and over again. Guess what happens? You're going to know what they do. Come on, man. Like, seriously? Let's stop being so predictable and let's do something else. And like I said, I'm loving what they're doing right now and the way that they're changing this team and they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they need to be doing right now. What is this? How is Jamil Showers progressing? He's rehabbing from his ACL tear. Oh, David, you're in Frederick, Maryland, man. Oh, awesome. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Um, Shout out to you, David. What do you think our chance at an undefeated season? I don't think that's gonna happen. Even as good as we play, I don't see us going undefeated. It's really hard to go undefeated. Even Patriots don't go undefeated. Somebody's gonna beat you. One thing that you have to realize is no matter how good you are, your division is gonna play you hard. Your division is always going to play you tight, no matter how good you're doing, because your defense knows you. They play you twice a year. They're the team that knows you the most out of everybody. Yeah, Linehan was an idiot, like hitting your head against a brick wall. Yeah, you keep doing that over and over again, that's what happens. I told everybody the same thing. They thought I was talking crazy. That's what it is, man. It's what it is. Um, who have the better season out of D-Law, Covington, Quinn, or Hill? That's really tough to say, man. Because I want to see all these guys do well, man, especially on that defensive line. I mean, will Shower stick with the team? Does he have a shot to make? I don't think so. I don't think so. If he stays at safety, I don't think so. They need to put him back at quarterback. I think he got a better chance of making the team if they put him back at quarterback. But that's just me, though. What were wide receivers going to be cut? Again, talking about somebody getting cut is really too early to talk about because we haven't even hit training camp yet. These guys haven't even put on pads yet like that. So we really don't know. Um, there's a lot of guys trying hard to make this team right now, and we'll just have to wait and see. 11-5, South of Heaven. I believe that. I can see that. I can see 11-5. Hell, maybe even 12-4. Who knows? Yeah, we stacked at wide receiver. They're gonna keep six, or they're gonna keep seven. I don't think they're gonna keep seven, but they're gonna keep six. That means you got three tight ends. Somebody gonna be the odd man out. It's gonna be some players on this team that are really good that gets left outside the gate and not make this team. You said listen to Jerry Jones. You think that Randy Gregory has? Jerry Jones is old. Jerry Jones needs to sit down. Jerry Jones needs to have a hot toddy, if you will. Jerry Jones needs to just not talk about stuff like that, especially because you know that Roger Goodell don't like you. You don't like Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell knows you were trying to sabotage his job, which I, I agree with Jerry on that one. But again, he ain't doing no favors for you. So don't go out there and say stuff about a player when he holds that player's future in his hands. I'm just saying. You kind of just want to stay low key and not say anything about that situation. Thank you, Miss Jackie. I appreciate all your support. You are awesome. Why don't we get McCoy? Because McCoy is about to be a Brown or a Bronco or one of those other AFC teams. E2, I look like a boy with a beard. That's funny. Yeah, my barber said when he cut my hair, he said that I look 6 years younger than what I am, but definitely ain't no boy. It's a grown man over here. All grown man. I'm still a mid-30s cat. But you know what they say, black don't crack anyway, so it don't matter. Do I think Rico makes the team? No, let's see what Jason Witten. Let's see if Jason Witten has any pull. If Rico Gathers makes this team, that means that Jason Witten put a bird in their ear. Canine, what up, Frat? What up, Blue? You know. David Jenkins, you said you had him for 8 years, cut him off 2 years ago. Just actually cut my afro braids off in January, loving my ways now. Now it's funny because this is my second time having. Well, I had locks for twice. I started them originally in 2004. Um, because I graduated high school in '03. So yeah, so I started my locks originally in '04. Um, so all through college I had them when I was in the marching band and everything. I cut them in 2010. So when I was on when I became a a brother of Phi Beta Sigma. I didn't have my hair. I had a Caesar cut. And I grew them back out a year later. So 2011, I grew them back out. So basically, I had my locks from 2011 up until 2 weeks ago when I cut them again. But now cutting them this time, though, I don't know. I feel different about it. Like this time was more of a choice. Um, yeah, life changes, career aspirations. That's pretty much my reasoning for it right now. Javar, you can't believe I did. I still can't believe I did. I was at the barber shop pacing back and forth. My barber had two guys ahead of me, so I had a little time to think about it. And I'm sitting there just so nervous, man. I was so nervous. I felt like I had to go to the bathroom. I was so nervous. I'm walking back and forth. I stepped outside. I sat in the car, prayed about it, came back in the barber shop, and I was like, he looked at me. He was like, "You ready?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and get it done, man." Terry said, waiting on some skating ring footage. So I will. I haven't been on the wood in a while because I've just been focused on family and getting a new career started. But um, once I get some things straight, I'm gonna get back into roller skating again. I'm gonna shoot some video and stuff. I might actually do a video in the ring. It's gonna be kind of hard. I'm gonna have to make sure that video is not monetized because they're gonna be demonetized because music gonna be playing in the background. So I can't control that. So I'll figure something out for you guys, so you guys can see what that skate life is. Because that skate life ain't no joke. I'm telling you. Like if you don't know nothing about it, if you're not in it, it's huge. It's huge. Um, yeah, the schedule is gonna be tough, man. But I think that we have the talent to endure that. You said how the defense will look under Chris Richard for the second. I think it'll be even better than it was the first year, um, because he's getting these guys in here. He's had a year under his belt. Um, being a coordinator or whatever that they have him doing right now. And his word means a lot on that defense. And him helping Rob Marinelli and those guys pinging ideas off of each other, I think that it's not doing anything but making this defense more aggressive. And you look at the players, man. These guys want to play for these coaches, man. They're playing hard for these guys. Chris Richard being their faces, bro. And when I tell you that, like, they're out here balling and they're trying to win, I can't do nothing but respect all of that. Yeah, Sterling, man, you 2 weeks late, man. I've been cut. Paul Raw Dog, what's going on? Mario Sanchez, appreciate the support, bro. Big Vosh, Doski, Woski, bro. What's going on? She said, did y'all know E2 had ears? Really, though? Really, Vosh? Really? You a fool, yo. Oh my God. Oh, what I'm trying to do, Joe? I can't disclose that right now, but when it happens, I'll let you know. Hey Vosh, I thought you knew, man. Y'all don't be paying attention to me, man. I'm little time compared to y'all. Y'all be in y'all own worlds and stuff. Y'all be forgetting about me. You said, did I have a teardrop after the first? Yeah, man. When they cut it, it almost felt like it was like a blood vessel, like it hurt. It was like I was like, no. But once they cut the first one, I was like, yep, got to keep doing it now. I said, Tariq, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. Unless you had dreads or locks or whatever, you don't understand how much they do become a part of you. They do become a part of you. It's a movement. It's a statement. It's a way of life. And trust me, I love my hair. I still got it in the bag. I look at it every day. Um, um, and I said that I wasn't either, but I feel like the choice that I made now, um, I just felt like I needed that change right now. But you can never say never. When ice skating this past weekend hurt my whole left side. I know, Mr. Truck. Ice skating ain't no joke. Only reason why I know how to ice skate is because I played ice hockey in in the Pee Wee League. Believe it or not. Oh yeah, Vosh, I got more of that mumbo sauce, bro. These teams be able to keep scoring points back to back on a consistent basis. Um, again, that all goes with that. You said the key word: halftime adjustments. The fact that the Cowboys under Scott Linehan did not make adjustments, and as we like to call him, Vanilla Hand, because they weren't making those necessary adjustments before. I think that now this team has the wherewithal and the clout right now to make sure that they do what they need to do to make those necessary adjustments. And I think that they could battle back and forth with a team. They can definitely do that with scoring. Again, when you make adjustments, the defense is not knowing what you're doing. And if defense is not knowing what you're doing, you can definitely get some plays across that board going off. And they're not going to be able to stop you every time you get into the red zone. That was one of our biggest things. We were not getting into the red zone. Getting into the red zone is important for your team. And I think that because you got to score. And I think that it's going to be much better this year. And if we beat the Patriots, that's going to be a statement. That's going to be a statement game, y'all. Yeah, I did tell you when I saw you, Vosh. You thought I would just you thought I would just put on the show. Jerry had to step back. Yeah, man. I think that the only team that doesn't have the back in the home game is going to be tough. Yeah, that stretch that we go through in that November, December, that around that Thanksgiving with those back-to-back games. Yeah, it's definitely going to be rough, but I think that they'll work through it, John. I think they will. Paul, you said you've been growing yours since 15. Yeah, and the ladies do love the locks. They do, but they also love a clean cut too. Um, I think that I look okay either way. So I think that I could, I think I can manage it either way. I always got the Stevie Wonder when I when on Halloween is showing up for the dragon. You stupid Dave. But no, I didn't I was blessed enough to not have a receding hairline or anything like that. My hairline was always intact. Um, Heredity did not kick me in the butt. I was lucky to have my stuff intact. So I never had an issue with that. So I don't know what it's like. I mean, it sucks to have your stuff pushed back like that, but it happens. To the third time you heard me say mumbo sauce with Vosh, spicy hot. No, it's not a spicy hot sauce. It's I can't even explain it, man. It's a DMV thing. It was created here in DC. They actually have a go-go band named after the sauce too, as well. But I can't really explain it to you, but it's definitely made for chicken wings. You can put it on shrimp as well. But ask Vosh. Vosh loved it. Vosh came out here. We introduced him to the mumbo sauce. He lost his daggone mind. I know, right, Sheila? Thank you. Thanks, William. Thank you, Kathy. Joe Lucas, you said your kids are now married now and you hardly ever see them. I know that's gotta suck. Got a long time for that though. Oh, trust me, I will enjoy him while he is little. He is that's my little man, man. It's crazy. The first time I held him to my chest, because they say that like when you have the skin to skin contact with them, um, it helps them with that bonding and actually promotes a lot of their brain development, especially at a newborn stage like that. And just holding him and just seeing how small he is, and you just looking at it like, God, I helped create this. It's crazy. It's definitely a humbling experience. I'll tell you that. But yeah, if anybody has any last comments before I end the stream, y'all let me know. If anybody have any more questions, I'm gonna end the stream in a minute. Like I always tell you, I always end you guys with a good positive message. I will say right now, everybody. Oh yeah, baby fever is real. Enjoy your family. Family is one of the biggest keys in life. Um, Everybody has different issues. Some people don't have good relationships with family members, but whoever's close to you, whether it's a mom, brother, auntie, sister, cousin, brother, whatever the situation is, give somebody a hug today, tomorrow. Tell them how much you love them because family is important, guys. And that's one thing that I'm always going to preach on this channel: is positivity and enjoying what you have. You only have one life to live. Live it. I live by that. That's my creed. Um, Tell a loved one that you love them tonight before you go to sleep. Whatever you have to do, because again, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, and you never know how much you have on this have on this in this earth. So that's my positive message for the evening. You said your hairline didn't recede either. Neither. I have to start a new Instagram. I'm gonna do it for my DJing, but I'm on Twitter, E2 Blue Entertainment. Uh, Thanks to everybody coming to the chat. All my moderators coming through. You guys have been awesome. Shout out to everybody in the chat box. You guys are amazing. I love y'all. Yeah, I know DMV's having another one. I know it's funny. His should be coming soon, so we'll definitely be toasting to that. Peace and blessings to everyone. You guys have a great evening. I'll chat with y'all. I'll probably do a video tomorrow. Catch up with you guys. I think that Cooper will stay. I think he will stay. All right, Tamir. I appreciate it, Joe Lucas. Y'all have a great evening, man. I'll chat with y'all later. Peace out, y'all.